Hello there. I'm Robert.
I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Jenna.
And we're late to the party, and it is time for Chapter 2 of Stranger Things 3. Mallrats. So, the last episode definitely reacquainted us with what's going on in Hawkins and the group and the town itself, but we're ready to roll forward. Poor little Billy got sucked down into the basement, and we have no clue what happened to him.
I mean, we kind of have a slight clue because of the trailers.
Yeah.
But, you know, going on this journey to see exactly what's going to happen and get the full story is pretty exciting, and I can't wait. I mean, season 3 of Stranger Things is big, and it even shows when they have the mall and then the small town is kind of shrinking. So, I'm looking forward to the next episode.
She's flustered with words, of course.
Like, the whole time when I was watching that episode, and you guys already saw it too, I was just, like, grinning from ear to ear. Like, it was just like, oh my god, this is so great.
Grinning but stressful at the same
Right.
time. Yeah, that's just how this show is.
And then the title has some certain undertones to it as well.
Yeah, so this episode is called The Mallrats, which I think is kind of neat that they threw that double entendre in there. You know, 'cause there were, you know, the rats that exploded, but are we talking about, you know, this mall that's putting all these small businesses out of business? We have no idea what's going to happen, but after such, you know, relatively mellow reintroduction with the first episode, I feel like with any new season of any show, it's always the second episode that something much larger happens, or we get much of a larger setup for events yet to come. And so I'm really, really excited, but I'm also really, really nervous.
Right?
Second episodes of new seasons are so stressful sometimes.
My question is, are we going to get some Michael Rooker in here going...
Would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel? But let's take a look at Chapter 2 of Stranger Things 3 now.
Run away, run away, run away!
Gotta dial 2 numbers higher.
Oh no!
Oh.
I said, what do you want?
It's him. It's Mirror You!
What's going on?
I can only think of Michael Rooker.
You're welcome.
It's 9:32. Where are you?
Sorry, I was just about to call.
Oh, head twitch.
Hop said that your Nana was okay, that it was a false alarm.
We think she might die.
What?
Did Nana call? No, Mom, just get off! I need to be alone today. With my feelings?
Do you lie?
What?
Yes?
Friends don't lie.
Friends don't lie. What, Mom?
You're lying.
Oh no!
No! He's so proud of himself. Old school honey smacks for the win.
He's so proud of himself. I love it.
Oh gosh.
He's in such a good mood.
Except for he did it a different way.
And you didn't yell at him.
I'll tell you everything over dinner. I was thinking, you know, Enzo's tonight. So
There you go. Keep trying.
go. Jeez. Clean up on aisle 5.
Magnets are all dropping.
Yeah.
Love how the shells are so scarce, too.
Yeah. Anybody would just brush it off like, oh, the magnets don't work. But
Yeah.
she knows. She's been around.
Pay attention to the signs.
Yeah.
I've been having some girl problems.
Always get some, yes.
God damn. Again.
And Tom fires us.
And then we never have to work at the shithole again.
Win-win.
It's the only paper in town, though. Come on.
Is he here?
Is who here?
Henderson.
Yes, I love it. Yes.
Yeah!
And it's the music from the trailer too.
Friends with.
No. No way. Hotter than Phoebe Cates?
Mhm.
No.
Really? Dude, it says kissing is better without teeth.
Wow. Yeah, well, that's great.
Trying to get in contact with Susie.
Oh.
And,
Just speak louder.
I intercepted a secret Russian communication.
Too loud.
That's what I thought you said. What's the catch?
No catch, I just need your help.
No catch. Just keep it a secret.
Translation.
There you go.
Can we talk?
Yeah, girl
Oh,
time.
yay!
Trust me, boyfriends lie. All the time.
She knows I'm lying. She knows I'm lying. I don't understand.
I'm almost set up here.
I had no choice,
Oh.
Lucas.
Oh, he just wants to go back to being like
because the way you
normal.
handled this,
He missed out.
you're in deep shit. Max has dumped me 5 times.
What?
What have I done?
More to life than stupid Boise now.
Amen, girl.
They're gonna all end up at the mall.
I'm still here.
Oh!
Guys.
Oh no! Poor Will.
No, donkey.
He looks familiar.
Annoys me.
He does.
Don't go in there. Don't do it.
You can understand that, right? But I shouldn't have said that.
What?
Billy.
Oh.
Billy.
It's the inner struggle.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Stay away from me, Karen.
Uh huh.
Oh,
It's him and the other.
yeah. Jekyll and Hyde thing.
Oh
Mind flayers trying to take over.
Can I try the peppermint stick?
Already tried the peppermint stick.
Yes, and I like to try it again.
Steve! You think you have evil Russians plotting against our country on tape, and you're trying to translate, but you haven't figured out a single word because you didn't realize the Russians use an entirely different alphabet than we do. Sound about right?
Caught up.
Because maybe I can help.
She can help.
I'm fluent in 4 languages, you know.
Russian?
Uye arye umbade.
Pig Latin.
Holy shit.
That was pig Latin, damn. I've been in band for 12 years.
There you
Those
go.
are little geniuses, trust me.
She's a nerd.
Hey.
Bring her in.
Do it.
Oh, yes, I forgot to mention.
She caught one.
Come on over here.
Yeah, she got one.
I caught one of the little bastards.
Yes. Love him.
Take a seat.
Gary always looks good, man.
Yeah, it does.
That's not me, Jim. That's just good old-fashioned American capitalism.
Well, Larry, I think that they're just exercising their good old-fashioned American right to protest.
Yep.
I agree, if they had a permit. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, Jim, but I don't believe they secured a permit from your office. And I'm going to throw this town the biggest bash it's ever seen. Fireworks, music, activities, you name it. I'm going to pull out all the stops, you know?
Sounds familiar.
And get rid of them.
I love him already. He's so good as a villain. I love Starcore.
Fashion show at lunch.
And I guess we're just gonna have to try everything.
Yeah, montage.
Yup.
Please.
That's gotta be Mr. Clark. Come on. Let's get a badass reveal. Yes. Yeah! Mr. Clark. Yes.
Lemonade, it's fresh squeezed.
Love her.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
I enjoy the company.
Yeah. She's gonna die.
She dies, it's on you now.
It's my fault.
It's your
You
fault.
manifested it.
Oh.
Poor baby.
A little bit of the blob, too.
Yeah. That's like.
Billy.
Oh my god. It's, what's her name from Haters Back Off? She's the sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
300. Shove that little teddy bear right up his.
Walden Books! Oh. Oh no.
You're not there yet, guys.
You guys aren't old enough! Run away!
Ooh, I like that.
I love that dress.
I like it a lot.
There's a sale at Penny's.
Much.
Yes! Love it.
Let's do the Uncle Rico pose.
Yes! Love it. Oh, it's like image shots.
Yup.
Oh.
Yes.
Taco Bell coming soon. Look at the old freaking bell. Oh.
Play D&D now.
No.
Oh no.
Are you even allowed to be here?
I dump your ass.
She's as cold as ice.
Oh!
Now can we play
Perfect song for this. But oh my god.
Got the right one?
Oh my god, that shirt!
That's a lot of color for you, Chief.
It's cutting edge.
Yeah, it is. In Hawaii with Magnum. Oh, he's really invested in this date.
Oh.
Not date, dinner.
Now for the fun part, shall we?
Yes.
Once you open up that curiosity door, anything is possible.
Mr. Clark. I love how they integrated him in during the summer.
That's a total
Oh,
stretch.
Sam.
Oh, look at that. Bicycle built for two.
Yup.
Came from here.
I love that we're getting into the Russian aspect finally.
Yeah. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Russian Schwarzenegger.
Be bringing him like an army, like people to be a part of their army.
All the people that were there too with
Yeah.
him.
Way
Mind
to come
Flayer is
back.
collecting.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't know what's happening.
Oh my god.
Just a taste. Just a taste. Oh,
Wow.
man.
Oh my god, episode 2. We get a little bit more into the storyline. The plot thickens a little bit, but it's still keeping us at bay just enough to keep wondering, okay, what's going on? What's gonna happen? And we just gotta wait, I guess.
And I'm okay without.
Yeah.
I'm like okay with not knowing. Like I love the world that we're in. It does feel like Stranger Things, but
Yeah.
it just feels like an evolutionary step forward in the world of Stranger Things.
But I feel like it's such a perfect, like, organic progression
Yeah.
of
It
the
is,
story
yeah.
of Stranger Things.
Right.
And it's not going, like, from one thing to another, like, super fast.
Right.
But at the same time, it is kind of, like, throwing us, like, into the thick of it really
Yeah.
fast, too, which I'm okay with. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like it, but at the same time, it does. And I feel like they're very meticulous of what they're... And the way that these shots are cut and the way that the story is being told.
Yeah.
Like, it's just all coming together. And I love, like, the additions of the new people coming in
Yeah.
to this story. Because you know how sometimes when you kind of watch a show and you're kind of like, why do they bring that character into the story?
Yeah.
It doesn't
Shoehorn.
feel, it doesn't feel right that this
Yeah.
character is in this story. But man, like, all the people so far that they've really introduced that are new to this Stranger Things 3, I'm like, okay, I could see them being part of the crew. I could see them being going with the flow with them. So it's really good. I'm liking it.
Robin has hit that note because Robin
yeah.
definitely they've
Oh,
given
yeah.
her own character. She's astute. She knows multiple languages. She's willing to help out. She already kind of had that friendship and relationship with Steve, and we know that Steve's had that relationship with Dustin. So the three of them to come together has built a trifecta of solving the puzzle that has been placed before them. At the same time, you've got Joyce, who didn't ditch Hopper because she's not able to get over what happened with Bob the Brain,
Yeah.
she ditched Hopper because she's trying to solve the mystery.
Yeah.
And when you said that too, it's like, oh, she's trying to figure out the magnets. I'm like, oh crap. Yeah, she's not being a jerk or not getting over it. She's solving that next level of what is happening with Mr. Clark. The fact that they brought in Mr. Clark in the summer, so amazing.
I love it though, to the fact that he's kind of playing that same like exposition type character in the story, like
fill in the
going
gaps.
yes, like going in from the first season where he's talking about like the punch hole through the different
wormholes,
like
the
universe,
time,
different timelines between each other, and then he's talking to them about it, which is basically he's talking about the upside down, and then in this time he's telling her like, oh, look, this is happening now, and theoretically this is what could happen if on a bigger grand scale.
Right.
So, but then at the same time, he's like, this is all
theoretical,
right? Like, so it kind of feels like that from before too. So I really like it. Yeah,
it's a really good transition, I think. And can we please talk about the fashion montage that happened at the mall? I absolutely loved it. I love the fact that Elle and Max are forming this really strong like female friendship, and which I think is so important, because at first it was just Elle and the guys, and then for a while it was Max and the guys, and you know,
and then Elle was by herself.
And Max probably felt by herself being the new student and everything. And I really think that it's amazing that they found this kinship and this friendship within each other, and it's just so important, and I love it. And oh my god, the clothes! I am obsessed with all of the clothes and. I love the retro 80s style, and I'm digging everything. It was
definitely the style back then, very colorful. I mean, I know that a lot of it is starting to come like full circle again now, as being like the thing that you kind of want to wear for the most part. But there are some cute things that did come out of the 80s and stuff, and then there are some things that you're kind of like, why? But again, that happens in fashion all the time. So.
And I do love that you called out too the fact that Billy could possibly be building this army when it comes to the Mind Flayer. We did see a little hint of that when he ended up in the Upside Down, or at least when it came down to the hallucination, that there is more. There is a group that is on the other end of his mirror self. And yes, building more. I would love to see more people in this army of the Mind Flayer, because guess what? Will was the one that ended up being the one that he could control and hold as a singular. He couldn't do it without Will, so it ended up being Rats, it ended up being Billy, it ended up being all these other soldiers that he's starting to create in his fight to create his new world.
Which I think is actually kind of funny, because it gives sort of like a Pied Piper vibe, especially with the rats. Especially with the rats now, you know, once the army starts to build, they're gonna do the bidding and everything. And, you know, I mean, the rats were just following blindly. And I think it was a perfect metaphor. Or, you know, well, maybe not intentional, or maybe it was intentional, but either way, it just kind of lined up beautifully with that. And all I could think of was, oh my gosh, this is like the Pied Piper, and he's moving on to the humans 100%.
Now.
100%. So
100%.
I loved that.
And even with the music, the fact that you've got that trio looking for the relevance of the music with what's going on in the story, the Pied Piper plays a huge part in that. So absolutely, I do see that now. So either way, guys, it's shaping up to be a hell of a season. So thank you guys for watching our reaction to episode 2 of Stranger Things 3. What did you guys think? Let us know down in the comments below. Obviously, leave the spoilers out because we're still going through this, but you can like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kick into the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go. Thank you, Jenna. Check out Jenna's Instagram in the description of this video. Thank you guys, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over.
Bye.